Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what we'll be discussing is we're going to talk about should college basketball have coaches challenges inside of the sport. Let me explain. Recently, we just had a game between SAMFORD, which was 13th ranked in the March Madness tournament, against number 4 Kansas. The score was 89-90 with about 15-20 seconds remaining to go in the game. Kansas inbound the ball, the guy was going to make a dunk, and the SAMFORD defender was able to swat the ball from behind him. You'll be seeing the play on screen. As you can see, he swats the ball from behind him, gets all ball, gets called a foul. Now, when we look at the pros in the NBA, if that happened, an NBA coach, as long as they have a timeout remaining, they can challenge that. They can challenge it. The refs and the NBA officiating center, they can go through it. They can look at it, look at all the different angles, and they can figure out, okay, is this a foul? Is this not a foul? Now, apparently in college basketball, they've been told that they can review stuff like out of bounds and stuff like that, but they can't actually review fouls. One of the rules analysts, he says, because it's going to slow down the game, they don't want to slow down the game. Bullshit. In the last 2 minutes, they need to make the correct calls. And they said in the last 2 minutes of regulation, and also especially in overtimes, they will make exceptions for looking at like out of bounds calls, like I said. But in this case, they need to make some changes. But what I'm going to do in this video is, like I said, I'm going to kind of go through and we're going to talk about why college coaches need challenges. At least one, for God's sakes. So without further ado, if you're going to enjoy, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Now, after the game was over, the coach from SAMFORD, he made the right things when it comes to the talking to the press. He said the right thing. He said, as you can see on screen, quote, "I have seen the play," quote, he said, quote, "I thought AJ made an incredible play on it. You know what I'm saying. I'm not faulting the call. Some people can see it different ways, but I'm really proud of our guys' ability to go make a play," quote. Now, first up, just to take a second to kind of give SAMFORD their credit. They played an incredible game, and if for some people that are going to say, well, this doesn't immediately say they were going to win the game if they got this call overturned, and I'd say you're 50-50 correct on that. But here's the case. You get that no call foul, then you get the ball back with, like I said, it could have been about 10 to 15 seconds to go. They get the ball. They could have called timeout, and they could have ran down the court. And even if they didn't have a timeout, they could have then came down the court, and they could have tried to at least run some kind of play. By the time they would have crossed half court, 6 seconds to go, they could have ran some quick little pick and roll type action, maybe hoisted a three, maybe got into the paint, done something, but it would have given them a chance. And before any of you say, man, are you just upset that Kansas won because your bracket got busted? No, I picked Kansas to win, just so we're clear. But going forward, like I said, in the NBA, they have coaches challenges. The way the rule works is you get a coach challenge as long as you have a timeout remaining, which usually most coaches are going to make sure they always hold on to a timeout throughout the rest of the game. You get a coach's challenge. If you get it successful, you get a second coach's challenge. On your first coach's challenge, if you get it right, like I said, you get a second challenge if the first one was successful. If you use your challenge and it is unsuccessful, you do not get it back. You are just done with your challenges, which I think is fair, because like if you use a challenge and it's on a call where it's like, man, you're not going to win this call, and you use it for some reason and it gets unsuccessful, they're not going to let you just constantly keep challenging, especially if you're not challenging something that's actually accurate. And within the NBA, you can use it at any point in the game, whether it's an out of bounds, a foul, loose ball foul, any sorts of call that you want to challenge. A goaltend, getting the shot off before the buzzer hits, anything you want to challenge, fair game. And I think college needs to be that way, because imagine like if this was a shot with like a second to go remaining in the game and it was a very blatant foul and they don't call it, and the ref or the coach could actually go out there and challenge it, say, nope, I'm challenging, that was a call. You can go back and review it. You can look at it in a very pivotal moment of the game, review it. You can see, yup, that was a foul. Let's call this. And now in SAMFORD's case, you could look at this call and you could very easily look at the replays. The analyst that was there, the color commentator, he was basically saying, man, that's all ball. That is all ball. That is not a foul. And I'm pretty sure the refs, even though sometimes we say refs are blind, they could have went over to look at that monitor. They could have watched the replays and they would have said to themselves, oh man, he got all ball. Okay, that's not a foul. And SAMFORD, they obviously recovered the ball. They could have then got the ball. They could have put it at like 11 seconds. Maybe if they wanted to go like 9 seconds, they could have marked it with them with the ball. 9 seconds, still trailing 89-90. Let's go ahead and presume play. They're going to inbound the ball. But instead, they're just like, well, we called it a foul. We can't go back now. Go shoot your free throws, Kansas. There's been people in the past that have said coaches' challenges should not be in college basketball. And I think to those people that say that, what exactly is the problem with it? The people who are trying to use the excuse of it's going to slow the game down, how is it going to slow the game down? Like I say with the NBA, you get one coach's challenge, and if you get it successful, you'll get a second one, and most of the time they're going to save that one until like late fourth quarter with like a minute remaining or less, or overtime. And if you get it unsuccessful, it's done. It's out of the way. Or if they want to be unique and they don't want to follow the NBA's way of challenges, and they just want to do one only, and if you get it successful, too bad, you still only get one left, and they just want to make it like that, cool, that's fine. But there's been so many games in the past, and not just in the regular season, but in March Madness in general, where teams have been screwed by bad calls from refs. And so many times, from not just NBA players to March Madness, hell, even high school, coaches will tell their guys, do not put yourself in a position where the refs are going to decide the game. And when they say that, they mean don't try to hunt fouls, don't try to drive to the rack, when there's like two guys there, they're gonna squeeze you, and you might get fouled, you might not get fouled. Part of the reason why I see so many guys just taking half-court shots or just shooting from beyond the arc from like 10 feet back, because they're just like, I'm not gonna risk the chance of, do I get the foul, do I not get a foul? I'm just gonna take my ability, hoist this shot, and if it goes in, awesome. If it don't, oh well. So to kind of wrap it up, here's what I'll say. Challenges need to be implemented immediately. Hopefully by next year or the year after, they can maybe do like a meeting, they can kind of figure this out and bring the rule forward to the NCAA and just make them understand how good challenges would be. And like I said, we don't need 2-3 challenges a game, or like the get one right, you get another one. Just make it one challenge, because we already know NBA, they have 7 timeouts. NBA, or the NCAA, they only have 4 timeouts a game. So just make it one challenge a game, and that's all you get. One challenge, and if you get it right, awesome. If you don't get it right, same thing, awesome. Because like I said, there are so many games out there that could be changed with an instant, and we've seen so many sports change things around. We've seen sports like baseball, we've seen football back in the day whenever they finally implemented instant replay and they were able to start challenging rules and changing things. Instant replay can change the course of a game so quick. And if college basketball had it, it would be so amazing. And I truly think the fans would enjoy it, and I think the coaches would enjoy it, especially for those late games calls, like right there, like I said with SAMFORD. They would have immediately, that coach would have been hammering it down, saying, I'm challenging that shit. That is not a foul. Challenge it. You get the ball back. And like I said in the beginning, I was not rooting for SAMFORD. I picked Kansas to win that game, but it would at least give SAMFORD the fighting chance of they could dribble down the court, and they at least could have taken a shot. And if they turn the ball over once again, okay then. But if they could at least taken a shot, and if they miss, they lose still. But if they could have made the shot and won, that call right there just shows they got screwed. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did go on to enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entire of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you disagree or agree with anything I said, if you think they should have challenges in college basketball, if you think they shouldn't have challenges in college basketball, what's your complete opinion behind it? Do you think it's a good idea, bad idea? Leave your complete opinion down in the comment section down below. Be more than welcome to talk about with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do post and you want to go hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Don't Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.